What's up YouTube? This is the Knave here from TeamShodan. I am here to do a deck profile on Exodia the Forbidden One. Okay? So, the main thing about my deck is it's not a standard Exodia deck, it's actually an Exodia Synchro deck. Alright, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright. First off, we need Exodia the Forbidden One. You gotta have all 5 pieces in your deck. Without all 5 pieces, there's no point in running any of them. Alright? He is the main win condition I'm trying to go for. If you don't have the 5 pieces in the deck by some reason, remove from play, something, you physically have to beat down your opponent with life points, which is possible with the way I've set it up. Okay? The main searcher for my pieces is Sangan, but I also have 3 emissaries of the afterlife. Sangan can grab any of the pieces he wants, but emissary can only grab the limbs. Okay? And the way these guys work is whenever they are sent from the field to the graveyard, they activate their search. So that means if you synchro with them, you get the search as long with the big beat stick of the synchro monster. Okay? So my main synchros are with Dark Resonator. Okay, Dark Resonator is a 3-star, he's a 4-star, that's 7. With the 7 stars, you Black Rose, you Lightning Warrior, which is a really good 7-star. And it's all about taking and sending emissary to the graveyard to get the search for the pieces. Okay? So, the next tuner is Kribon. Okay, the reason he's in here is I actually can set up an OTK with Kribon using a couple cards. Right? Kribon's in a 2-star tuner, and any time that he wants to, he can negate an attack by paying 800 life points. 800 life points is not a big deal because you're going to set up big plays next turn with him. Okay? Those are actually all the tuners I have. It's just those 4, and I constantly recycle them. My non-searchers are Shieldwing, strictly for the stall. I use him to soak up 3 attacks from 6 Samurai. I use him to juke somebody out. They're gonna Nobleman of Cross out Sangan or Emissary. Actually, no, you're just gonna do it to Shieldwing, so it's not that big of a deal. Here is an amazing card for any draw power deck. Exodia needs max C. It needs it. With 6 Samurai, I play a Fish OTK deck all the time. With Tekken is coming out and their massive synchros, this is going to be crazy important for any Exodia deck. You can physically win on your opponent's first turn. You never playing a single card except for max C by playing this card. You draw every time your opponent special summons, which in the current meta is all the time. Okay, that's all my monsters. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna set up our OTK with what's called Desynchro. What Desynchro does is it takes and you put a fusion monster, a synchro monster back from your the field onto the extra deck, and you get the material back out. Okay, as long as you do it on your side. So here's the way the OTK works. You have Kribons, Emissary, Sangan. Alright? So what we do is we synchro for 9, we get out Trishula, we remove 3 cards, we desynchro, put Trishula back, and get all 3 of these out. Because you synchroed that first time, you get 2 pieces. Now you synchro again, get out Trishula, remove 3, you synchroed, so there's another 2 pieces. Desynchro. Get all 3 of these back out. Synchro again. They were set from the field to the graveyard. Get the last piece. In 1 turn, you've drawn all 5 pieces. It is solid. I've only ever been able to get it out twice, but whenever I get it out, it's sudden. If they can't stop it once, they can't stop it 3 times. Plus, with Trishula removing 9 cards, it's really, really obnoxious, and not a lot of people can come back from it. Okay, so 3D Synchro as my OTK. Alright. Next major spell card I have is Golden Sarcophagus. I run 3. A lot of people only run 2 in the current format. I run 3 because you can just search for pieces. You can just throw a piece on there and 2 turns you get it. You can either do that or you can do searchers like Sangan or maybe you can do Kribons or any of these 3 to try and set up that OTK. Foolish Burial to throw any monster you want into the graveyard. I would suggest throwing in a Sangan or a piece because I run 2 Dark Eruptions. Dark Eruptions lets you take a dark monster with 15 attack or less and add it back to your hand. So Sangan or any of the 5 pieces. So if you need that last piece, Foolish Burial it, put it back into your hand, there's your win. Okay? This deck is not fast enough to just all-out attack. It's all about the stalls. Okay? Swords of Reason Right, stall for 3 turns, level M maybe, possibly stall for the whole game. Dark Door stops swarm decks like Fish OTK, Six Samurai. It's actually surprisingly good for the current game. Okay? Staples, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole. Probably the best spell card I have in here is Dark Hole, because a problem that I have with this deck is I get out all these searchers onto the field, and there's no way to get rid of them because my opponent won't attack them because they don't want me to draw Exodia. So I'll physically get rid of them myself to plus all the pieces. Alright, traps. 3 Reckless Greed. Because of all my stalling and all the big synchro monsters that I synchro for in this deck, I should be able to survive the 2-turn limit that the 2-turn drawback that I can't draw if I draw 6 cards. With the 6 cards, I should be able to either get all the pieces or get searchers and be able to stall out for the 2 turns that I can't draw. Okay? I run 3 Good Goblin Housekeepings in this deck. First off, it's draw power, and second, because of Trishula. Because of Trishula's effect and how deadly removing any of these pieces are from anywhere in my in play, I have to have Good Goblin Housekeeping, so if they target a piece with Trishula's effect, activate Good Goblin's Housekeeping, and you send the piece back, so they have to pick again. Right? It's highly consistent, and it saves you from a lot of stuff. More stalls, just because the deck needs it. It's not fast enough to compete. Scrapyard Scarecrow, Gravity Bind. These two are deadly, especially Scrapyard Scarecrow mixed with the Dark Door. Whenever you have both of those cards out, your opponent actually cannot physically attack with anything. Okay. Stable traps, Call of the Haunted, Torrential Tribute, and Mirror Force. Same thing with Dark Hole with Torrential Tribute. Problem I have is getting rid of all my searchers. So Torrential Tribute forces my my opponent to, they have to summon eventually. I have to summon eventually, and I'll get all my searchers because of they're being sent. Okay, that is my main deck. Moving on to my extra deck. Okay, you've already seen Trishula and the power that he does in the deck. He's kind of a big deal in the current meta. Everybody wants Trishula, especially Six Samurai, Reborn Tengu, Fables, all of them. The 9 stars is the way the synchros are going. Stardust Dragon, he's a solid negate, plus a 25 attacker. I can't get out 8 stars much in this deck. It's all about 7 and 6. But whenever I do get them out, I either go for Stardust or Red Dragon most of the time. Red Dragon, I normally get out only whenever a piece has been removed by Trishula or some other way. And that's how I really start laying on the heavy attacks. 3,000 destroying a bunch of stuff really works. Black Rose Dragon is incredibly important. He's a 7-star monster, and he is a Dark Hole and Heavy Stone at the same time. So same problem with removing all the monsters from the field. Now with Black Rose, you synchro and then blow it up. Right? Ancient Fairy Dragon, I run 2 of them. Strictly for he's a 7-star, 3,000 defense. If you ever play a Gravekeeper match or a Dragoonity and they use the field spell, you can destroy their field spell, gain 1,000 life points, and this deck, if you're working it right, shouldn't attack very much, if not at all. With Ancient Fairy's other effect, you can normal summon or special summon, I can't remember, another level 4 monster. So there's Emissary, there's another Searcher. So hopefully you synchroed with a Searcher and then you summon another Searcher. Iron Chain Dragon, solid 6-star, mills 3. That doesn't hurt or help really pretty much anybody in this current meta. Pulseful Fighter, until they change his ruling, he is a great stall. He's just sit in defense mode and he's not going to be going anywhere. He just reborn himself. Lightning Warrior is a great, amazing attacker. He's a 24 7-star. My deck's all about 7 stars. He takes, and every time he destroys a monster, your opponent takes an extra 300 points of damage for each card in their hand. So first turn, they go for something big. Pow, hit him with, take another 12. Right? Guy Knight, he gets over Sheehan, gets over Stardust. He's just a solid. Everybody should run at least one. And Flamevel, something or another. We all, TeamShodan calls him Enrique Iglesias because he has a terribly hard name to pronounce. He's a 21. He does piercing or spillover damage, and every time he destroys a monster, he gets stronger. So that's my deck in its entirety. If you have any questions, please comment. It's kind of a complicated and it's not really a well-known strategy, but it's what I want to perform with at a tournament. I want to win. I won with my 6 Samurai. Now I want to win with Exodia because no one ever does it. Okay. Once again, rate, subscribe, comment. We want to hear from you guys. Okay. We're not doing this for nothing. We're doing it for you. All right. See you guys. Peace.